Hey guys, welcome back to Horizon Forbidden West. I'm Avery.
I'm Sierra.
And last time we finished our metal flower collectible hunting. We sold all our shit, got 6,600 in total, and killed our first slaughter spine, which was fun. I enjoyed that fight a lot. We are back at the base. We're going to turn in Demeter today. I've swapped back to all my best gear for the main mission here, just in case we get thrown into something. But I'm excited. Okay. Let's do this. Okay, so Slither Thing Override. Here we go. Okay.
Can you please override a Thunderjaw?
Then Thunderjaw Override.
I would like to see it.
There we go. And I feel like it would be hard to override a Dreadwing.
Right?
Rollerback and Slaughter Spine.
Well, you just gotta get it knocked down or like could rope cast it.
That's true. What do we got here? Okay, two medium health potions.
Some machine quarters.
Medium of those. Money. Bellowback Circulator, money. Canister Burrower. Okay. Well, 300. That's pretty good. Thanks, guys. I don't want to go in there. Probably stuff I'm not supposed to see in there. Okay, it's weird how there's only been one collectible in this room.
Yeah, it is.
They're like, we'll put the spaceship in there, but that's that. Didn't she say she's gonna give Katala something to do?
She did. Maybe
busy?
she will now.
One must never be idle when at war. But there is always time to speak to one's commander.
Oh, that's not really how I see myself.
It is how we see you.
Okay. Your training.
Anything interesting happen while I was away?
I found an acceptable place to practice with my blade.
Oh, and where's that?
Outside, above the base. There's a nest of sunwings that are always up for a fight.
Ever thought of sparring with something that's not trying to kill you?
What's the point?
That would defeat the purpose of the training.
It's like, come on, Aloy. Okay, I know the Sunwing place he's talking about.
Anything else you've been looking at with that focus?
Gaia showed me the knowledge you recovered out in the desert. I am no chaplain, but I'd be curious to test if something I read is true.
What?
What is it?
The old ones believed one could hear the great waters, even in the middle of the desert, if you carried the carcass of a water animal with you. They called them seashells.
Oh.
That sounds kind of gross.
Okay. And companions.
What have you been up to?
Varl has asked to learn the differences between my people's clans, so I've been teaching him to knock history. It is heavy with blood and death,
Yeah, makes
but
sense.
also with honorable deeds and vanquished tyrants.
Cool.
Maybe you'd like to hear about it as well, when our mission is done.
Yes, buddy, of course.
I'd be honored.
Okay, that's all he's gotta say.
I'll let you get back to your training.
And so will I.
I feel like Katala's been kind of useless since he came to our base.
Yeah, Guy even said that we need
Looks
to
like
talk to
Gaia
him
was able
about
to unlock that door.
getting something for his arm, but never happened.
There's a lot of equipment in here. Gaia,
Where
what was all this for?
This room was designed for management of the
Did you already read this one?
Yeah. That would be nice.
I've been tackling the design of the...
facility's vast seed banks. From here, control center operatives would have monitored new crop rotations into the automated farmlands, now known as Plainsong.
I see.
He's like, I see. Please shut up now.
Do you have anything to say? Doesn't look like it, yeah.
Hi. I'm back. What do you want to know?
Oh, she does have shit. Yeah, so last time we talked to her, she came out about how Tilda used to interact with her in secret, but then stopped abruptly. She ghosted her. Have you been getting along with everyone?
So, aside from Varl and Gaia, who else have you been talking to?
Zoe told me how you met after your escape from the Hades Proving Lab. I had no idea you were severely injured. If the Zeniths had killed you, life on Earth would be doomed. My escape would have been for nothing.
But they didn't kill me. And thanks to Varl and Zoe, I was able to recover.
Okay.
You said you and Varl talk sometimes. What about?
He told me about your tribe, the Nora, and the proving ritual you did. I told him if I was born into the tribe, I'd never be able to do the proving.
It does require a lot of physical training, but there are plenty of other roles besides being a hunter.
I don't think I'd be suited for any of them.
Well, I guess it's a good thing you're not a Nora then.
She could be a matriarch.
Yeah, you're weird.
Yeah, that was awkward. What have you been doing down here?
So, have you been going through more of the recordings for my focus? What about studying Hephaestus? Have you been doing that?
A little. It's quite different from the subordinate function that escaped Gaia Prime 20 years ago.
How so?
It's mutating, changing its own code. At this rate, we'll never capture it.
Well,
We'll find a way.
If you say so.
be optimistic in our line of work here. Okay, bye.
I'll be going.
Okay. Bye.
I don't like you. Kind of. Stupid.
What do you mean stupid?
I don't know.
With all the adjectives.
What we got?
Aloy, you've returned. And you come bearing gifts. Does this mean we'll soon be able to uproot the Zeniths from our lands?
That's what I'm hoping.
What?
Good.
What gifts am I bearing? What?
I think she means Demeter.
Okay. Learn any new positions on that focus, though? You're training.
It looked like you were working on something over there.
With Gaia now growing in strength, I've been trying to find a way to heal the land gods.
Yeah, I'm working on that.
Even if some people think I should give up on them.
Already said I was sorry.
Your friend thought it'd be a good idea to replace the land gods with new machines when Gaia recovers.
It wasn't.
The land gods have taken care of our people for generations. They are not some broken toy to be thrown away. Even if they are just machines doing their job, to abandon them in their time of suffering seems cruel.
I'm sure Varl understands that too.
He does now. I had to get pretty mad at him at first, though.
You know I can hear you guys, right?
I mean, machinery outdates. You gotta upgrade it. You're training.
Varl looks pretty focused.
He's been obsessing over the data revealed to us by Poseidon. Just the other day, we read about mountains hiding deep underwater that spew fire.
Uh-huh.
If I understand correctly, Gaia said the flames they release come from the very center of the earth, like a heart, beating with the life of the world. As always, the cycle can be found in even the most unlikely of places. Of course, Varl's mostly interested in watching explosions happen underwater.
Did you learn about this stuff in geology?
That's
Go.
why I said it.
Tell me.
No,
Thermal vents, right?
I just want to play game.
You ever play that board game Aaron set up?
Strike? I'm the one who gave it to him.
What?
I was hoping it'd distract him enough to spare us that ruckus he calls death metal. No such luck.
Shouldn't he be into like Bash Core or something? Wasn't that what was popular?
I should get going.
Right.
If you need me, you know where to find me.
Or is cause he's supposed to be listening to the Concrete Beach Party, right?
Yeah.
I guess that would maybe be death metal because old school.
Yeah.
Okay, Varl.
Aloy, is that what I think it is?
Just need to merge it with Gaia, and she'll have enough power to handle Hephaestus.
Good news. So, what can I do for you?
Remember when we left Varl behind?
Yeah, right. They caught up with us.
So, you and Zoe got into a bit of a fight, huh? Should have known better than to suggest Hephaestus could make new land gods to replace the old ones in Plainsong.
The last thing I wanted to do was dismiss their traditions. But I was trying to look at things differently. More like you know? To see a machine as just a machine.
Yeah, I guess I led you into trouble there, didn't I?
Not your fault. Don't worry.
Okay.
Looks like things between you and Zoe are better now.
I suffered through a few hours of glaring silence. Then she seemed to move on. Sort of. How do people do this? How do I know if the next thing I say won't blow up in my face? What if an apology is not enough next time?
You give her a stuffed animal?
You're the
They
worst.
have those?
You know that?
What makes you think I know anything about any of this? You're on your own.
Abandoning me again, huh? Well, if she kills me next time, it's on you.
No, I think you're below Aaron on the hit list.
Better get this to
Where
Gaia.
is she back there? I don't even see her.
You did it, Aloy.
Let's
Right behind
hold
the
off on the
silhouette, I
ale
guess.
till it's over and done with.
I'll let Aaron know.
Yeah, I don't see her. She should be just right there. Yeah. She despawned. Hey, Aaron. Oh my god. Okay, we're not talking to Aaron. Oh, Aloy.
Looks like you got what you wanted.
Yeah,
How can you see that?
it's almost time to go after Hephaestus.
Finally, we get to rock and roll.
Tch.
Yeah, at least that's how the old ones said it, I think.
Okay, you're training.
Bet you're used to that focus by now.
Well, I can hit machines in their weak points. I guess that's something. I wish all the other data was as easy to deal with. Now, to be honest, it's hard to understand half of what's on there. And then the other half reminds me, this isn't a fight you can win by just waving a hammer. Which is kind of what I do. But hey, that just means I gotta study harder. Make myself useful.
Just give it time.
You're useful in other ways.
You're great, Aaron.
Anything happen I should know about?
Zoe asked us to help her bring more plants in here. Not for eating, apparently. Yeah, if you ask me, the place is fine as it is. Metal might be plain, but it's sturdy. Nothing wrong with that. Who needs a bunch of vegetation?
I'm on Aaron's side.
I should get going.
Say hi to Gaia for me.
Hey, Gaia.
It is good to see you again, Aloy. I see you have recovered Demeter.
Yeah, he was a boy. I wasn't expecting that. I was like, oh, Demeter. And it was supposed to be like, oh, flowers, Aloy. He was like, hello, Aloy. Okay, so...
Drone's reconnected now.
Yeah, but which ones? Okay, I guess we'll do this one.
I don't think we'd seen the last one. I think that is the one you got at the Slaughter's place.
think?
It was all snowy.
There's no waterfall. This is up on you.
Yeah.
There's no waterfall by the slaughter spike, though.
Hmm.
Oh, it's weird how there's even, like, sun rays.
Mm-hmm.
What the fuck? Oh, that's... Okay, that's what's weird. That's weird.
An excellent choice.
Okay, this is the one. I mean, it's cool that we can, like, look at all this and all, and it makes sense why the drones are there, and this is where you're supposed to view them, but, like, I wish it was, like, it would, like, stay or something.
Mm-hmm.
So as soon as you talk to Gaia,
They're
do I have to
gonna...
insert Cardinal, or can I talk to Gaia first?
You ask that every time.
Okay. Okay, insert the kernel. Mother Gaia. Next steps, come on. And it's empty. Yay!
With the acquisition of Ether, Poseidon, and Demeter, my heuristic processing density has expanded greatly. I should now be able to absorb Hephaestus, and fortunately, we have made progress on a plan to capture it.
Hey guys. Right on time.
With Varl's encouragement, Beta analyzed all available information on Hephaestus. Its expansion has been rampant. It is too large to be beamcast, and the kernel you have been using could never hold it. Therefore, it must be contained in a location with a direct physical connection to me. A place with 2 data cores.
2 cores. Where would we find a place like that?
Gemini.
An abandoned cauldron in the desert west of here.
Oh.
Seismic activity disrupted the original construction. 2 data cores were built as a result.
You know where that is?
We do?
I know that place. It's near the Desert Clan's capital.
Where Yara and the dude, how
I'll
they
have to
fight.
bring you there by hand.
I have devised a blueprint for a suitable, albeit unwieldy, transport rig. It will require 2 people to carry it to Gemini.
I can help.
And Aaron.
Once I am installed on the first core, I will call down Hephaestus on the other, trapping it. I will then initiate the merge.
Okay, you say so.
However, in order to construct the rig, I will need considerable help.
Can you build it? I suppose I could, but it's not gonna work. The Zeniths will find you. Minerva won't be able to conceal your location.
That is correct. Absorbing Hephaestus will create a significant power surge, easily detected by anyone capable of noticing.
But what if there were multiple power surges? To fake out the Zeniths? If Erend, Zoe, and Katalo spread out to the other cauldrons and create their own surges, would those conceal the one at Gemini?
Analyzing. Such a tactic might be effective. With Beta's help, we should be able to build a set of handheld pulse generators.
I told you it's not gonna work. I did a test. Hephaestus has written Alpha clearance out of its access module. You'll never be able to capture it. Then we need a higher level of clearance. There is no higher... Ted Farrow's mega clearance. The one he used to purge the Apollo database and kill the Alphas. But to get it, you would have to find Thebes.
Ooh.
The private bunker he retreated to when the world ended, and nobody knows where that is, not even the Zeniths. Their only intel was that it was somewhere in San Francisco.
Ooh.
That might be all I need. Alva, the Quen diviner I met, said her people had set up a base at landfall. They were searching for data in San Francisco from there. She might be able to help. So I guess I'm headed all the way west. While I'm gone, will you be able to build the rig and the pulse generators? I'll try.
I'll make sure she has what she needs.
Okay.
Why does Ted have higher clearance than
Alva
Elizabeth?
said the Quen have a ferry on the coast that they used to get
Because
to the
they
ruins of
blocked
San
those
Francisco.
bits.
That's where I need to go.
Said Hephaestus blocked her.
But, and just,
Aloy,
ooh.
I have managed to unlock an additional room near the servers.
Understood.
Where is that?
Near the servers, so I think that's where Beta is.
Talking about before, like back in when they're actually building Zero Dawn, why would Ted have a higher clearance than Elizabeth?
How do we know he did?
They just said he did. They just said that Ted's Omega clearance was higher than Elizabeth's Alpha clearance. But just because he funded it?
I guess.
Is that why? I just was confused why they didn't have at least like equal clearance.
I don't know, I think you're thinking about it too much.
It's weird.
I'm back, Gaia.
Hello.
Why is
Aloy.
it?
What would you like to discuss?
Questions about Demeter?
Have you been able to make use of Demeter's functions?
Yes. I was able to mitigate most soil conditions and restore a temporary balance.
That was easy.
You should notice less rampant plant growth in the area.
Maybe that'll give Plainsong's fields a chance to recover.
Unfortunately, recovery in that area is unlikely without the assistance of the Utaru's land gods. I have discussed this matter with Zoe. I believe we may have a workaround.
Yeah, I'm helping her out with that.
Okay. What else?
There's something I'm still trying to figure out. Why was Demeter using flying machines to distribute metal flowers?
In its deranged state, Demeter was defending itself against a robotic swarm that would devour all plant life.
It thought the Pharaoh Plague was still happening?
It feared it would come again. As part of its directive of reseeding Earth's vegetation, it sought to protect plant life at all costs. And considering it had 20 years to proliferate, I expect you will continue to find the fruits of its efforts for some time.
That's a good thing I have the code to dissolve the vines, then.
So it's just dropping random metal flowers to protect shit.
Yeah.
Okay. About the old world. About Gemini. Old world discoveries.
So the facility where I recovered Demeter used to be a Pharaoh agricultural research facility. It's where they created the biomass conversion system, but also adamantine wreath. Did Elizabeth know they were working on that?
It is likely she was briefed on other efforts to combat the machine swarm, though her focus was devoted only to Zero Dawn.
That makes sense. But they actually got the wreaths to work. If they've been able to deploy it against the Pharaoh plague in time...
Using the data you recovered on the project, I ran several simulations and have concluded that it would never have worked. In all scenarios, the Pharaoh war machines would eventually hack and deactivate the wreaths before they could contain the swarm.
So Zero Dawn really was the only solution.
Okay. What else?
There was a lot of data in the greenhouse facility about agriculture. Do you think it'll help the Quen fix their homeland?
I will run a query. Complete. The data contains information about novel crop production methods, which may be beneficial to the tribe in the long term.
But new crops aren't going to save the world, so I guess it's on us.
It is.
Okay. About Gemini.
So Gemini has 2 data cores. I've never seen a cauldron like that. But you mentioned something about seismic activity?
When my predecessor attempted to build the cauldron, construction was disrupted by a series of earthquakes. The data core had already been built, but the rest of the facility sustained damage. So, she began again. A second core was built. However, when more tremblers occurred, she abandoned the site.
Lucky for us. Are the quakes still happening?
No, though they did also create instabilities in other facilities in the region.
It's weird how she's Gaia, but she's not technically the Gaia that rebuilt the world.
Yeah.
Our progress. Oh, okay. Data, companions, biosphere test. And Omega clearance. And the plan to capture Hephaestus.
So our plan to capture Hephaestus. Let's go over it again.
As you wish. Thanks to Beta's test, we now know that Hephaestus will not respond to your Alpha clearance. Which is why you will need to procure Ted Pharaoh's Omega clearance.
Right. From his personal bunker, Thebes.
While you are gone, I will assist Beta in building the transport rig and pulse generators. When we get to Gemini, I will need to be installed on one of the facility's cores. The second core is for Hephaestus. Using Omega clearance will allow you to trap it.
And then you'll be able to absorb it.
Not quite. You will need to manually remove Hephaestus's malicious code before the merge.
How long will that take?
There are calculations I still must run, but I estimate a few hours.
And during that time, the others will create a distraction for us using the pulse generators, right?
Correct. They will each take position at a cauldron door and fire off their device. The energy surge should mask our activities until the merge is complete.
And then we'll have everything we need to defeat the Zeniths. Sounds like a plan.
So yeah, Hephaestus isn't the end goal here. Defeating the Zeniths is the end goal. We still have at least 2 steps in this.
Yeah.
They'll probably just send like 1 Zenith to each location, right? I mean, I guess we don't know how many Zeniths there are in total. We know there's at least 3 others.
Yeah.
But I mean, there's like, I think like 80 something originally, so.
Yeah.
Companions, biosphere status, Beta.
Beta's convinced we won't be able to capture Hephaestus. With that attitude, do you really think she'll be able to build the rig and pulse generators?
It may take some coaxing, But with some assistance, I am confident she will.
I don't get her, Gaia. She's so quick to assume we'll fail. She's nothing like what I thought she'd be. I guess it'll be best if she stays here when we go to Gemini.
Okay. Companions.
All this data I've picked up in ancient bunkers and ruins. I guess I never really thought that other people would be looking at it.
Based on my observations, your companions engage quite frequently with this material. Erend has asked on numerous occasions about birthday parties. He appears perplexed by the tradition of serving a sweet confection, as it conflicts with the Oseram tradition of serving sparkling stout ale. He also suggested we host a party for you, as a surprise.
Well, thanks, guy. You just ruined it.
Yeah, no thanks.
That is what I predicted.
Okay. What else?
Is Katalo getting along with everyone?
Yes, though he prefers to spend most of the time alone. He appears to be collating data on war machine progression and significant battles during the Pharaoh Plague, to aid in the creation of a war map of Operation Enduring Victory. I believe he aims to study the tactics of old world warfare.
I'd be interested in seeing that.
That would
It
make
appears to
sense
be a
as come
private
up.
pastime for him. He has repeatedly declined my offers to assist his research.
Well, you probably have better stuff to be doing right now, guy. Yes, biosphere status.
So now that you have Ether, Demeter, and Poseidon, how's the biosphere looking?
In the local region, conditions have improved. Superstorms have subsided. Water sources have been purified, and soil conditions remediated. These improvements will stave off environmental collapse for a few additional months.
Well, with luck, soon you'll have Hephaestus. Then you'll be able to fix the biosphere for good, right?
Correct. I will be able to design and produce robotic agents to permanently reverse the environmental damage that has accumulated.
Okay. And this Omega clearance.
There's something I've been wondering. How could Ted Faro create a clearance level
See?
higher than Alpha? Elizabeth made sure he wouldn't interfere with the project.
It is plausible he tasked his own engineers with creating a back door to the Zero Dawn system, without Elizabeth's knowledge. My predecessor did not even know of its existence until he activated it to purge the Apollo database. It is, in effect, a blind spot, one that will allow us to subdue Hephaestus. And fortunately, thanks to Beta's information, we know where Omega clearance may be procured.
Right. Somewhere in San Francisco.
Ooh. Okay. Well, let's go.
I should be going.
See the background back.
Aloy.
Subtitle background.
Oh.
Okay. Ooh, I'm excited to go to Thebes.
Yeah.
Ooh, there's a side mission here. We got to talk to Zoe now. Oh my god.
I'm supposed to finish
be-
her land god thing.
Ready to actually do some shit. Oh, it looks like we have Katalo side mission.
Ah. Yeah,
Oh.
that's probably what she was talking about all those times ago, but the game wasn't ready to give it to us yet.
Okay, we got more pendant.
Beta's so frustrating. I don't get how she can be so negative all the time. I mean, we're clones of the same woman, and yet she couldn't be more different from Elizabeth.
Oh,
Oh, coded door.
a big coded door.
Huh.
Excuse me?
Nope.
I think that was the room she opened then.
The door needs a code. Maybe there's data in the facility that can help.
Oh god. We have to look around for a code now.
Aloy, I hear you're heading to the coast. If you need to resupply en route, I suggest stopping in Fall's Edge.
There's a nice
It's a
place.
lowland clan village southwest of the grove, in the heart of the jungle.
Got it. Thanks for the advice.
Oh, well, that's part of it, though.
Yeah.
Hall's edge.
Oh, looks like I can open that door now.
This door? Here? Oh. What?
I think we just never
Why is
checked.
this door locked now?
Beta requested the use of that room as her personal space. I have locked it at her request.
Okay.
Oh.
Yeah, I think we just haven't been looking for unlocked stuff.
What was this room for, Gaia?
This was intended as a diagnostic center to monitor machine activity in the repair bay below. It appears most of the equipment was damaged, likely from Minerva's control of this facility.
Great, Minerva.
Yeah, she did try really hard to keep me out.
Yeah, so I guess the storming we did with the Utaru over here,
Yeah.
because I guess that wasn't really a cauldron. I guess this is a repair base for this place that was just like underneath it.
Yeah.
Looks like a power cell could fit here.
Yeah, that's where the second one goes.
Yep.
Code?
The vault.
Yeah, it must
I
be.
found a locked door behind the vent in the basement. Wonder if that's it.
I've got to be more careful. Jensen almost caught onto my plan while we were going over the diagnostic center specs. I've got nothing against the rest of the team. It's just... I'm sure they've all got family they're gonna meet up with in Elysium. But me? I couldn't even bury August. There is nothing of him left besides my memories. I won't let those blink out of existence too. The vault's for us, no one else. 11 more weeks before we lock the blueprints. Then the rest will be up to Gaia.
Okay. I'm gonna guess the code though.
Okay. My console has power now.
Okay. Oh.
From the looks of this data, Hephaestus has been trying to hack into the repair bay. Okay, doesn't look like it's been able to.
Okay, so log repair bay tau. Intrusion, source, external target, firewall, RC M1B, countermeasure, phase shift, breach firewall, countermeasure failed, main introduction, external override, downloading, purge successful, external intrusion, source, external target, firewall, countermeasure, intrusion denied, countermeasure denied, denied, okay. Okay. Ah, look. We got Demeter now.
Yeah.
Okay, Beta, you got anything to say?
Hey, you got a second?
I suppose.
What have you met?
So do you have everything you need to build the rig and pulse generators?
Gaia sent me the schematics. The designs are modest, without the capabilities of Hephaestus, but they should work. Not that it matters without a mega clearance.
I'll find it. Just try to have the transport ready by the time I get back.
Okay.
It's time for me to go. I'll check on you later.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Let's see if Gaia has anything to say about the vault.
Hey Gaia, it's me.
Hello, Aloy. Did you wish to continue our discussion?
About the old world, this place.
I found some data in one of the rooms you unlocked. It mentioned that there are still functional seed banks beneath this facility. Why is it there?
My predecessor was tasked with reconstituting the biosphere with primary and secondary. Had everything gone according to plan, been able to introduce...
Can we access them now?
Unfortunately, in order to access and...
And for that we need Hephaestus.
Not...
See you later, Gaia.
Until next time, Aloy.
So add the vault to the list. We got Aaron.
Let's just I hear about you going west.
Turns out we need one last thing before we can grab Hephaestus.
Because it would have been too easy otherwise.
I've called this easy so far. Okay.
You've been looking at any interesting data?
I asked Gaia to find me something to look at a while back. And she found the mother of all forges. They called it sports. Turns out the old ones spent a lot of time tackling and punching each other for points in one game or another. Are you mixing some solid food and fresh ale? I bet half the claim will be lining up to watch.
Okay. Thanks.
How are things with Katalo? You still scared of him?
Oh, she thinks she's funny. Actually, I played strike with him.
Oh.
I had to fill in most of the conversation myself, but I'm still alive.
Glad to hear it.
Good. Be nice to Katalo.
Yeah.
I need to get going.
I think I know the answer, but are you sure you don't need any help? Gaia mentioned this other tribe you found, the Quen. They sound like a nasty bunch.
I can handle them. In the meantime, Varl will help you get ready for what comes next.
Take care of yourself, Aloy.
Thanks, Aaron.
How about you, Varl?
I'm sorry, Aloy. After all the trouble you went through, you have to head west again.
Well, no one said this was gonna be easy.
You sure you don't want any backup dealing with the Quen?
They think I'm Sobek, or something like that. They won't hurt me, but I doubt they'll be so kind to anyone else.
If you say so. Let me know if you need anything before you go.
Your training.
You better not be slacking off on your studies while I'm gone.
And risk Zoe coming after me? I value my life. In fact, I've been reading about Ted Faro. How he destroyed the world and crawled into a hole after killing those who saved it.
He definitely was a piece of work.
Yeah.
But he did.
I wasn't too anti-Pharaoh until that point.
Well, Beta and Gaia built the rig. Can you get everyone ready for the mission ahead?
Of course.
What is it?
Nothing. It's just that everything's about to change. We'll get Gaia, and she'll help us set things right. No more zeniths, no more derangement. It'll be a different world. I welcome it, but I wonder how the Nora will react. And the Karja, and well, everyone.
Let's just focus on fixing Gaia for now.
You're right. We've got an angry AI to take down.
Mm-hmm. They're in the zeniths.
If I get Omega clearance, and then we grab Hephaestus, we might finally have the advantage over the zeniths.
Can't wait to see their faces as they stare down a bunch of charging thunderjaws.
Better them than us, for once. I'll be in touch if I need anything.
I'll make sure Beta briefs everyone on the pulse generators.
Good.
Well, we're gonna end this one here. Just a base episode, like there always is after we get a subordinate function, but I'm excited for the next part. Let's see where we're heading to for this mission. All the way over there, yep. So we'll see y'all in the next episode where we'll probably be doing Zoe's mission. If that doesn't take forever, we'll be doing Katalo's also. So bye!
Bye!